Here we have verse 16 of the 10th chapter of the Gospel of John. Jesus continuing to identify himself with the Good Shepherd and to indicate that the sheep who truly belong to him will recognize his voice. And now a most remarkable statement, of course, is added, appended to this conversation, in which he says Kai, the connective, and Allah. This is the plural, neuter, nominative, and others, and then probata, the neuter adjective going with the neuter noun, probata, from probaton, which means sheep, so other sheep. Echo, from echo, I have, first person singular, present active indicative, I have, which, this is the relative pronoun, uk esten, which is not, literally, although, and so even though this is the plural relative pronoun, it can take the singular here. So other sheep I have, which not is or are not, ek, out of, takes the genitive, tes, ales, tautes, which are not of the fold. Here is the word ale, meaning an enclosure, a yard, usually fenced, that idea, and then this fold. Usually taken by commentators to refer to this fold as in the immediate ministry that Jesus is carrying on there in the Jewish world, among the people of Israel. This fold is what he has in mind, and so he has other sheep which are not of this fold, which, at least on the face of it, would strongly suggest that he's referring to those outside the world of the Jewish people, the Gentile world, referring to those who would eventually hear his voice and come to him. The word kakena is a combination of the two words kai and akenos, which is the demonstrative pronoun for those, and so taken together it would be also those also. Day, this is a third-person singular verb, only occurs in this form, always takes the infinitive. So those also, it is necessary. This word day will take the accusative. It is necessary for me. And then here's the accusative, agagain. From ago, I lead. This is the aorist infinitive of that. Those also, it is necessary for me to lead, is the idea. And then kai, the connective, tes phones, the voice, mu, of me, akusen, they will hear. This is the third person plural, future active indicative. Akuo can take the genitive, which is what we have, so they will hear the voice of me. Kai, again the connective, ganesontai. This is from genomai, I become, third person plural. Future active indicative of genomai, they will become, is the idea. Mia, one of the forms of the word for one, which applies in the feminine, and so one poimen. The word poimen means a flock. It was wrongly translated traditionally as one fold, so that it would actually align with this word up here. And that became a basis for, in history, the Roman Catholic Church to indicate that these sheep had to become members of the same fold, you see, the same external structure. But that was a poor rendering of that, and really the word here is more a flock. They will become one flock, and then one poimen, one shepherd. So even though, at least on the face of it, there may be multiple folds, you might say, multiple external structures of the people of God organized in this world, nevertheless they ultimately belong to one flock. It does carry the notion with it, at least impliedly, that the idea that there's one so-called universal church, but it may appear in the world in various forms of denominational or institutional expressions, many folds, if you will, and yet one fundamental flock and one shepherd. And that does seem to be the idea that's packaged for us in this statement.